You're listening to Revolution Rampage once again, joining us. And the season started like 2 weeks ago, but we've only played 4 games, and we'll get into that before we go into the weekend stint against the Dallas Stars. But you know who else has started their season? The NWHL. They're all
Yay.
playing at Lake Placid, and
I will admit I've watched 3 games so far, and there's some good things, some weird things, but some very good hockey.
hey, they have a Zamboni cam, and that's all I care about. I'm kidding. I care about more, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun to watch the Zamboni kind of just
The
cross.
one thing that's really popped out to me was the blue ice. That was interesting.
Oh, the neutral zone.
The blue neutral
Neutral
zone
zone.
was a really cool touch. Like it just pops out at you.
It does, and what I do like about what the NWHL is doing, and the man will back me up here, is that they're kind of exploring the world that the NHL won't do because they're a bunch of old white dudes.
Yeah.
End game goal cam. Just throwing that idea.
What do you mean, like an in-game goal? Oh, like from behind,
Like during play. Like during play, you put that on. I'm just saying. It'd be an interesting view.
Yeah, but for who?
If you put it low enough, it go like in between the leg. That's the idea. I don't know. I'm being an idiot. Throwing it out there.
Is that really what we want to be showing kids?
Oh, stop.
I mean, Amanda does have that goalie thing for her, so I mean,
I'm gonna stop you right there before you hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already did.
Yeah. I mean, they're things are going okay, except for the latest news, which is the Riveters are out because of COVID. 4 players, I think it was 4 players, have tested positive. So the entire team is out for the rest of the series. And I'm very, very, very upset about that. Not only because, of course.
I mean, truthfully,
but
they don't have much more to go. Aren't they in like doing the playoffs in like 4 days or something?
Well, on the 5th. Yeah. But
either way, they don't have much.
I mean, they speed run that whole season.
Yeah, I mean, it was only like a 2-week season.
But still, they get that they get the championship on national TV, which is a lot
exactly
more than
which the Riveters are gonna miss. Which
so who's their team now?
I really hate. I really hate it for them. I understand where they're coming from. Their main concern is the health and safety of the players and stupid COVID. But it really is a bummer because I mean this is the first year ever that they're going to be nationally televised and they're going to miss out, and I hate it for them.
Well, not the only year, hopefully. It seems that a lot of people are learning that, hey, women's hockey is actually fun.
Right.
And not that we haven't been screaming this from the rooftops for the last 3 years, as long as this podcast has been around, but...
Right.
But here's the question now. Since the Riveters are out, do we cheer for the Whale? Do we?
No, Boston's my side team.
Yeah, Boston's her. The Riveters are her main squeeze,
right?
But Boston's her sad piece.
Boston's my side team, mainly because Alyssa used to be on there. But
I think I go
only
Whale.
team in Boston.
You can go Whale. How about this? We all split it up, right? Amanda's got Boston. You can go Whale. I've been liking what the Toronto Six has been doing.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
They're winning me over. Never thought I'd say I'd like a Toronto team, but here we are.
New team, new expectations.
Speaking Minnesota's been surprising me. I mean, because they've got big names on their teams, and it's just they're surprising me as. I'm not saying they're not doing well, but I just mean they're not as doing as well as I thought they would.
I'm trying to remember the other day a player like went face first into the goalpost. I'm trying to remember who that was.
I don't remember. I might have missed it.
She just tripped, and then like while falling, her face went right across the crossbar. Ouch. It was ugly looking, but she was okay. It was just really ugly looking.
They're tough.
Well, they also have those cages instead of the half visors, so that helps.
This is true.
Cages. They'll protect you from decapitation on the ice.
Right.
Unless they go low enough.
Okay, we don't need to go Blades of Glory here.
Yeah. But it's been fun. It's been fun to watch. I've been enjoying it, and looking forward to. There's 2 games today too, I believe.
We got 2 more weeks of it, and they just need to make
Well,
as much
really,
splash as
it's
they can.
no. I think that this is the last. What? Let's see. What
Well,
is
I
today?
think he's including the
30th.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
So
I got you.
they got 2 weeks of exposure for right now, and they just need to make the most of it. And teams are actually picking up more sponsorships.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think is the last of them. For now.
Hopefully they'll be back in the fall.
Picking up some sponsors. I think they just added. Who was it that they just added?
The Whale picked up some local sponsor. I saw that, but I couldn't see anything like for the league wide.
I had it on my head. I'll have to
type. We'll find out next time on.
Hey, that's the tweet I put out this morning.
We'll keep moving so we don't run out of time. Amanda's Amanda's just gonna yell it into our ears at any moment now. Until then, let's
discover.
Discover.
There we go.
Wait, you mean like the same ones who sponsor our entire division right now?
Right.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that, honestly. Like everyone made a big deal over it for like a day, and
then they stopped caring. They're like, okay, moving on.
Right.
And us moving on back to other things, hockey.
Right. Yeah. So speaking of new teams, right?
No.
I'm doing it. I'm ripping this Band-Aid off. It's happening. The Seattle Kraken. Not happy with only stealing our former general manager, which not really much of a loss for us, have decided to nab the one and only, the legendary, the man, the myth, the legend. Did I already say legend? Because he is a legend. John Forsland will be Seattle's first play-by-play caller. And
I mean, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Obviously, I'm very happy for him, but it's just like, so there was a deal on the table that could have been made.
I don't know what's going on, honestly, because there's so many things going on with the league and their TV contract being up after the season, possibly moving to Fox, ESPN, a lot of other things. It could just be a stopgap deal.
There's no more Fox. There's no more Fox Sports. It's now Bally. Ballsies or something.
Let's not call it that.
That's what's coming. That's what they're being
the regional
by.
networks.
Yeah, the regional networks. So there's no more Fox Sports Carolinas. It's going to be Ballsies Southeast or something.
Well, very soon there's not going to be an NBCSN either.
Okay, as long as I just want them to figure it out so we can actually watch the games.
Well, the whole TV world is about to be put on its head. Like, it's bad enough that people are struggling to watch the game now, like especially during the pandemic, right? First of all, there should never be a blackout, regional or otherwise, because no one can go to the games. And then you add on,
unless you're cardboard,
all these like greedy TV channels, like with their deals, just nabbing what they can and try to make as much money because they have a monopoly. That's what it is. It's called what it is. It's a monopoly.
It is,
which should be illegal, right? This is not an economic / political show, so we won't go there.
Yeah, but that's the large question, though, is with the TV deal for the entire league being up at the end of the season, where do they go? Like, what's going to happen? No one really knows, and there's a lot of theories, and I'm one of them. And honestly,
you're a theory.
If I had to pick anything, I would go with a split bill between NBC and ESPN.
We'll see. I mean, there has to be more, right? Baseball,
they just need to be more money.
Break it up. I mean, baseball managed to break it up, right? You got games on TBS. You got games on ESPN. Football had games on, was it Nickelodeon or something? I don't know.
Oh my God,
there was something on Nickelodeon. What was going on with that? Because I kept hearing everybody talking about it.
Right? Like when you give more channels opportunities, right?
I wish they had a better game on, but that was the best.
Right?
What did they do?
The Slime Zone. How do you not like the Slime Zone?
They took football and they made it fun, right? And that's
They-
exactly what hockey needs.
You kick
Yeah.
a field goal and you punch SpongeBob in the face.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, hey, SpongeBob, drop the gloves. Or
Oh
not.
my god! I mean, the only one downside was that they dropped a live f-bomb on Nickelodeon, and that's what happens. When you
Mommy,
broadcast
I learned a new word. I learned a new word.
I mean, at least somebody's kid has a nice seat in a hockey arena, isn't that right, Amanda?
Oh, she got the best seat. I thought that was great. Right behind
Right
Trip.
behind Trip.
It's
That
so
is
cool. So,
And then
she
they
got
put her
on
on
national
TV.
television, which was awesome. Well, not national, but we just
Well,
had
here's
that
the question:
discussion.
where are you?
I am a few rows up,
Damn,
right
they split
behind her. a
mother-daughter,
few rows.
huh? That's
Yeah, right. I did find it, and I'm maybe about
I'm
6
still
rows
looking.
above her.
I'm still looking. I have no clue. I know where my mom is, and my mom is right behind the North Carolina Courage.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Speaking of being in the arena, right? Because the Hurricanes finally played a game back home at PNC after their season opener their home opener was kind of delayed about a week, which was
With
nice
a
because it
very
gave
shorthanded team.
it gave Jordan Stahl a chance to come back, and
Oh, did
right
he ever?
now
He looked angry. Like most of that game,
I
he
would
looked
be angry too,
pissed.
right? And then right now, everyone but Fost is off the COVID list, so Jesper Fost is on there still. Good news.
Well,
Bad news
that's good.
is they're not ready to play yet.
They will take at least to like what, Wednesday, even to be back on the ice.
Let me look at their schedule real quick because I want to say that quite honestly, the next time we're gonna actually see those kind of guys gonna play will be after this Dallas series.
Which will be a fun one because Anton Hudobin's back.
Right, so tonight will be Peter versus Dobie in a past versus present kind of goaltending matchup for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Right.
So yeah, so the next game that these guys will play will be Tuesday in Chicago. So not a bad game, not a bad matchup to kind of roll out. I would go for far enough to say is Chicago's worse than Detroit this season.
I mean, they don't have any goalies, and if you
Right.
count Malcolm Subban, who's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I love the Subban family, but man, he could use a little bit of help. Like Chicago, I think we've kind of transferred the goalie curse over to them. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's fine. But like, so
Take it. I mean, come on.
Let's break down the first 4 games of the season.
Oh,
Our
speaking of
listeners.
Chicago,
Chicago.
did you hear that Darling is on their AHL team now?
Right. He
they're with
signed
the Wolves?
Yeah.
No, not the Wolves.
Whatever
the Rockford
no.
Ice Hogs. He
Yeah.
signed a minor league contract.
Yeah.
So
And I
he's
was about
back
to get
in
excited.
Chicago's. He's back in Chicago's
Area.
not area, but their farm system per
Right.
se.
Right.
Anyway, so let's break down
Man, I was
kind of
about to
first
get
4 games of the
excited.
season while we have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because we haven't recorded since a couple days before the season kind of kicked off.
And we kind of have a game today too, and tomorrow.
Game today and tomorrow.
And Super Bowl.
We didn't want to record until we knew what was happening, and then the games just started coming hard and heavy. So we opened up against Detroit, and Peter Mrazek didn't let anything pass him, and we took game 1 quite easily. I would say, all things considered, it didn't feel that way. It didn't kind of look and feel. It felt like Detroit was
game.
Detroit was just one bad bounce away from being in that game and possibly winning. But honestly, they never had a chance. You look back at the stats, you look back at what they were doing, where they were, they never really had a chance in that game. Come game 2, Carolina let the foot off the gas. And it was evident. It was a bad game, right? Stahl was already out, and they just lost face-off after face-off after face-off, and Detroit just, they were the hungrier team that night, and they just took it because Carolina didn't want it as much as Detroit did. And that was not a good look.
Oh my God. And that game started the whole, we scored a goal. And then we let in a goal about 40 seconds later.
Right. So, and that kind of carried into the third game in Nashville, which was Reimer's first game of the season. Not that
The
we
brick
lost kind of
wall.
faith in Peter Mrazek, because obviously we came back to him in Tampa, and once again, he stood on his head. But before we get into the Tampa game, uh, like you were saying, Zach, like the one goal scored 20 seconds later, tie game. Take another lead 20 seconds later, tie game. And then they scored a third goal, and then we all held our breath. We waited for it, and it never came. And then,
Thankfully.
then an empty
Yeah.
netter kind of sealed the deal. Guys, Andrei
Then we got to throw
Svechnikov
some shade
had
with our
a
friends in
3-game goal
Nashville. So.
streak. Andrei Svechnikov had a 3-game goal streak.
Right.
I mean, it was shattered against Tampa, but still.
Yeah.
There was only one person who scored against Tampa, but luckily that was ours in overtime.
Right. So, and
Which
that dish.
I thought that was a beautiful play.
Oh, that was incredible. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful dish from Jordan Stahl, who shows, hey, I still got hands.
Straight off the bench.
Yeah, straight off the bench, because he took the opening face off and said, "Going home." Then
Jordan is a mystery of how we use him in overtime, where he'll win the face off, go to the bench, and then 20 seconds later he'll just jump off the bench. It's like, I got this.
Right, and the next thing you know, I mean, that was a beautifully well done overtime. Tampa never touched the puck, other than to dig it out of their own net.
Honestly surprised me, knowing who they had on the ice the entire time.
Right. You have some of their best, and I mean, let's be honest, Carolina's handicapped. You have 5 players who, by all rights, maybe outside of like Morgan Geeky and maybe Jake Bean, belong in the AHL. But they came on and they played because that's Carolina hockey now. Carolina hockey doesn't matter. Next man up. We got this. And when you have
Lawrence
depth
looked
and
impressive.
culture,
I will admit that Steven Lawrence had a good game. He had a couple of good shots. He didn't get that first point that everyone's hunting for, and that's what I'm thinking might
he'll
happen
get it tonight.
He'll get it tonight. Somebody in the call-ups are going to get their first point.
So you better save those pucks tonight. But I was saying, like, when you got that kind of mentality and culture, that's now ingrained, right? Year 3 of Rod Brindamore hockey, and it's now ingrained. The Bill Peter years are well behind us. By the way, Eddie Lack kind of dropped a big statement on Twitter saying, "Yeah, I've played for a toxic coach before." And then after people kind of poked a bit, it's like, "Oh yeah, it was Bill Peters." So clearly, we know that Bill Peters ruined Eddie Lack for the Hurricanes amongst countless of other players. We don't really know the damage of that. Think about it. If everything was Bill Peters and all the years and we were on the bubble, imagine what a better coach with the same rosters could have done. So maybe we are giving too much flack to
Ronnie
Francis for building those rosters when he knew he was doing, and just a bad coach. And
well, the thing we also got to remember is Ron built the depth of the farm system, and that's one thing that Don Waddell, Rob Brindamore are still doing. They're constantly saying, we need our farm system to be good.
And they have been doing a really good job. Don Waddell picked up right where Ron Francis left off, and maybe even did a little better job. So from there, you think about Don Waddell's been a wizard so far. Maybe a couple of kind of questionable moves, but on the long run, they've been paying off. So
yeah,
there we go.
I feel like that's going to be a meme now. Don, you're a wizard.
He knows. He's full Dumbledore now. He's no longer Harry.
He doesn't got the beard though. Somebody go buy him one of those long old guy beards.
I don't know how well though. Someone who's good at Photoshop, give Don Waddell a
there you go.
wizardly beard. I want to see what it looks like.
Right.
Don Waddell as Dumbledore and then Brindamore as Harry Potter. There we go. Do that.
There you go.
Oh my,
do that. Tag us.
As a really jacked Harry Potter. That's a great picture. Glasses and the scar. Yes,
that would be awesome.
Ron, you're a wizard. Yeah, I know that. I get like 40 goals a year, dude.
Anyways, so here's a problem.
Where are we on that tangent?
Where we were talking about Hurricanes hockey, but now you got a break, right? We took what is it?
Well, between Nashville
9-day
and
break. So
Tampa.
between Nashville and Tampa was 9 straight days off. Now, granted, we came
And
out
they only
of
got to
Tampa.
practice one time,
Right.
the day before Tampa.
Right, but obviously with a bunch of people who've never practiced with the team before.
And we won.
Outside of Morgan Geekie.
How unpredictable is the season going to be if a team with 5 completely fresh guys that barely play in the NHL at all, if at all, win against the Stanley Cup champion?
I mean, you got to think about, like, it's all about tenacity, right? Toughness, tenacity, and back-to-back games all year long. It's going to take a Brendan Moore coached roster to do that.
And a well-conditioned one, too. And that's what Brandy's
conditioning,
doing.
Right? And then
at that brand new facility that only one person out of us have been in, right, Amanda?
No, I was there.
I hate both of you now.
You're so pretty.
Oh, I visited. I got my skate sharpened the other about a week ago. 2 weeks ago. I went there and got my skate sharpened. Or is it 3 weeks ago? Time.
Yeah. Now I have 3 friends. It's Omar and Amanda, the other Zach that have been there, and I haven't yet.
I
waiting.
live an hour and a half away. What's your excuse?
I work right next to it, and I still haven't been inside.
Wow.
Take a lunch break, go visit, and come back.
I mean, there's not much you can do at the moment because nobody's really allowed in there.
Yeah. I'll sneak into NC State's locker room, just take selfies.
Yeah, that won't get you in trouble.
No.
Nah, Zach will let me in.
All right. Dallas is undefeated.
So far.
4 games. We played 4 games. They got 8 points. We got 6. They're second from the top in the division, and we're second from the bottom. This division is absolutely nonsense.
And the division leader, which is Columbus, I believe, has played 8 games.
9. They played 9 games,
and they only have 9 points.
Right. They're batting .500. Actually, is it 9 games? See, now I'm gonna have to look this up. See if you've done.
Oh my gosh, Omar, the stat guy, got him for once.
Got him. This season has been absolutely bonkers. They have 11 points.
They have 11 points in 9 games.
Yeah, they're rocking a 2-game win streak. They have 11 points in 9 games, and
but still, that means we have 5 games in hand, and we're only 5 points behind.
Right. If we break 500, then we'll catch up.
And we still haven't played Columbus yet. We still got a lot more of those.
Right. We've only played 3 teams, and
we
haven't played anyone more than once.
Columbus might have gotten a lot harder.
Detroit. Well, we'll see, right? Patrick Laine is on the roster, but how will he play in the torch system? We don't know yet.
It seemed to do good for Duchesne for a while, so.
Yeah, but
just for a while.
Think about this, though. Like, Winnipeg is the Columbus of Canada, and Columbus is the Winnipeg of the U.S., so I feel like both of those guys just went to teams they're just like the teams they just left. But when you
more or less, except one has a lot better football team.
Yeah, but we won't have to worry about Columbus for at least, I think it'll be the series after the Blackhawks. So it will go Blackhawks after Dallas and then Columbus. So we got a little bit over a week to worry about them. But what's right in front of us, right? Dallas. Dallas has been winning, playing boring hockey. They play clean, boring hockey, which is why Carolina is going to beat them.
Got that flash going for us, yeah.
Well, you got kids, right? All these kids who don't play boring hockey. I mean, Andrei Svechnikov, Sebastian Aho are poster boys for exciting hockey.
Right.
But
that doesn't
jive well. We must do against Dallas. It's just stay out of the box. These guys have a relatively high-powered power play, though our penalty killing has been good. It hasn't been fantastic. It's been good.
It's been fantastic.
Nah, I'm gonna leave a little bit break right there because it can always be better.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you look at only Boston has a better power play, penalty kill.
I was about to say
Only
better power
Boston,
play.
only Boston has a better penalty kill. So ours is 91.7%. Theirs is 93.1. Now Dallas is at 89.5, so they're like right there.
And we were so close at least 3 times with Aho on the power play last game.
Right.
I don't know how he just
Vasilevsky.
whiffed that one time.
Well, you got that, and players when a goalie is that red hot,
Yeah.
players try to be better. They try to be more perfect, and they let perfect be the enemy of good enough, right? So that's what happened.
I was a little nervous with Vasilevsky on there, but
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
mean,
most of the league is 'cause
Nature's
he's just
finally
that
kind of
good.
yeah,
Nature's got one past him, right? I kind
yeah.
of feel bad for Vasilevsky. You pitch a shutout through three periods, and then
Well, who would you feel bad for more on that team, if it beat Vasilevsky or if it beat McElhaney?
Vasilevsky. I mean, McElhaney is
Yeah.
great and all, but Vasilevsky is the prime of his game.
Yeah, he's on fire right now.
Yeah, but you gotta feel bad for that Hurricanes legend, though.
I mean,
I'm happy for him though.
they're all Hurricanes
finally
legends.
has that
Right.
ring, and now he can retire eventually. Going like, okay, got my ring. I'm happy.
All right. So we talked about the Dallas game, and we only got about a little under 10 minutes. So let's just kind of move through the schedule, right? Because we got Dallas today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What is tomorrow?
Sunday.
What kind of Sunday?
Hockey Sunday?
Right. Oh, what do you mean? What kind
It's
of Sunday?
Puppy Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Is it?
No, it's
this Sunday?
not.
It's next Sunday, isn't it?
It's next Sunday. What are you talking about?
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even follow
This
football,
Sunday is
but-
still January. They don't play the Super Bowl until the first weekend of February.
In a normal year.
In any
I'm
year.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Do I need to check the NFL now? Like, what is that, cricket?
Why? Why? Roger Goodell always changes everything the last minute, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I know one
February
thing.
7th.
They better not change the halftime show. I'm so excited for the weekend.
I mean, everyone's excited for the weekend. Oh, also, there's that one guy who calls himself the Weekend who sings really well. Anyway.
So yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah. And very quickly we'll go. NC State's been back on the ice recently, and they've gotten a couple good wins, like dominant wins. There was a very nice lacrosse goal by, I believe it was Nick Johnson. It was very nice.
You mean a Svechnikov?
And yeah, the Svetch goal basically on their
he
practice.
scored a Svetch.
You got to call it now. I forgot. We have to call it the Svetch. It's no longer the lacrosse goal. It's the Svetch.
It's the law.
It's all.
Oh my goodness. Well, we know it's all his fault. Like, he did it twice, and then people were like, you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. But they've been back on the ice. I believe they're the only hockey team, collegiate hockey team in North Carolina that's been playing recently. A lot more club teams are trying to do practice time, and it's just like the rest of the hockey. It's really hard for them. I mean, Amanda knows with the youth hockey scene, it's really hard to get ice time right now. And even if you do, it's really hard for the parents and the players to adjust to it.
Yeah, and you just gotta take it all. We'll get through this. People get vaccinated, and after that, we'll get the second dose, and they'll be adjusted, and hopefully we'll build a solid immunity to this manic disease. Anyways, moving on. So thank you for that quick cover of the college hockey. Nothing
quick.
really happening.
There's not much.
Nothing really happening in minor leagues. The Chicago Wolves so the Checkers aren't going to have a season, so they've opted out of the AHL season. So Hurricanes prospects, luckily, won't have to worry about that, but they get to play with the Chicago Wolves, which have opted into the AHL season, and that will
And
begin in
have
February.
partnered with the Nashville Predators this year.
Right, a lot of sharing.
Oh, it's
A
going to
lot
be a
of sharing.
fun.
Right, so
yeah, go Wolves. We like you this
yeah,
year.
so
This
February
year we
5th,
like you,
next
but a
week.
few years ago, no.
February 5th, next week, the Wolves will start their season. I'm not sure who they'll open up against. I guess the scheduling is still kind of
Vague.
appropriate. Yeah, but so 28 teams will kind of participate, and so not every NHL team will have a full participating farm team. But with taxi
ECHL's been
squads,
going strong too.
right? But with taxi squads, we kind of don't really have a horse in that race anymore either, because the Panthers kind of nabbed the Greenville
They
Swamp
stole
Rabbits
everything.
as well.
They took Charlotte and the Swamp Rabbits. They just were like, you know what? That's ours now.
Yeah, and Tom Dunn didn't let him, and I'm kind of a little upset at Dundon right now. A lot upset. We'll see how this all plays out in the future. So
Hey, we got to give them some credit because the NHL said by their numbers the league's losing about 1 point something billion dollars from this season. So we'll come a little slack.
oh, Crimea River, billionaires are losing money. They'll be all right. Oh no, they might have to sell one of their yachts. Oh, my heart goes out for them. It doesn't.
I'll take a free yacht.
I said sell, not give away.
I'll buy it for $1.
That's not how that works.
Why not?
Let's go into the NWHL real quick at the end.
Yeah,
so
we've got about 4
starts
minutes.
then tomorrow starts the round robin. It can be viewed on Twitch.
They're doing a really good job with the Twitch views.
They really are.
The video
It's
quality's
really
gone a lot up from last year.
Yeah,
I will
and
give them that.
Yeah, it's very interactive.
Then we've got Tuesday seeds. Well, this is an old schedule because this is 6 and 1, but they're going to do the 2 seed games Tuesday night, Wednesday, and then the semifinals are Thursday evening, 5:30 and 8, and then the final is Friday the 5th at 7, and those are on NBCSN, the 2 games on the 4th and the 5th. So
while we can still watch them,
the more ratings that they get, the better. So if you can tune in, you will enjoy it. Please do.
I mean, yeah, folks, as they're continuing to postpone NHL games, watch the NWHL. They're doing a really good job with
hockey.
I mean, hockey's hockey.
Yeah.
Hockey is hockey.
Right.
But they're doing a really good job with it. So I'd be really proud of them.
Absolutely.
I think before we kind of close out, let's run down kind of all the other things that are kind of happening around the hockey world. It's been a weird season, and we knew it was going to be weird. It's
I mean, we're getting games at Lake Tahoe that doesn't feature the local team of San Jose.
Right. There's going to be 2 outdoor games in Lake Tahoe, like the wilderness games, they're calling it or something. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. But why couldn't Carolina go? Like,
why couldn't San Jose, who's literally right next to Lake Tahoe, go?
I guess they're playing on the Nevada
saying.
end. They're playing in the Nevada end, so I guess Vegas is technically the local team.
Well, yeah, it's a weird year. I mean, seeing Zdeno Chara in a freaking Capitals jersey is weirder than heck.
Oh my god.
TVR hasn't really played with the Caps, and people are upset about that.
And our friend Caitlin will not be quiet about it.
Well, can you blame her?
No.
I could, but it would get nowhere.
If he's traded there, he needs to be playing. He's not a sideline player. He needs to be out there.
Well, Zdeno Chara's out there taking the spot. So, in the last 2 minutes here,
Capitals is a geriatric team.
Yeah. But we don't have to play him this year, so I mean,
we actually don't have to play any of those guys until the finals.
Yeah.
Because we'll match up with
the battle
Western
of the New York teams have been fun to watch.
Oh yeah, the Islanders are coming out of nowhere to kind of represent.
The Islanders are, oh my gosh, they're
which is weird, right? And all these teams are kind of doing their thing, and Canada's been getting wild. Senators are doing good.
We knew that was going to happen, though.
We
Fights
did.
everywhere. Random team winning. Oilers doing nothing.
Yeah, running away with all the stats and the points and McDavid and Draisaitl, but still managing to lose the game.
Yeah.
You got to admit,
Well, that's what
impressive.
happens when you only have one goalie that you've played every game.
Yeah. All right, so we got less than a minute to go. So thank you, everyone.
Wait, what time is it, Wade?
No, we're not doing that.
1 minute.
Remaining in the
No,
episode.
yeah, 1 minute. No. But thank you for tuning into Revolution Rampage. It's been a fun time. We're gonna have some more fun as this season progresses, if this season progresses anymore. And we'll capture all the great moments from the NWHL and
Go
their
watch
playoff
it.
run.
Go watch it.
Go Toronto 6. All right. I'm
Whale.
Omar.
Boston.
I'm Zach.
Amanda.
Thank you so much. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. No. All right.
No,
Thank you so much.
Bye.